Hello, my little internet goblins. Unfortunately, episode 49 has some cuts in it because we had technical issues during the stream, where OBS was severely dropping frames for reasons I could not figure out. We do explain what happened between the different cuts in the editing so that it will fill in the gaps of what is happening in the story. Hopefully that won't happen again in the future. It definitely does not happen in episode 50, which I will be posting shortly. So thank you all for your patience and enjoy the show. Bye, everybody. Happy Wednesday! Let us know about music things and music stuff as we're having our little intros this week. I think I've finally figured out the music levels to where it actually can be heard on the recording, I hope. Someday, eventually. Awesome, yeah, so happy Wednesday, everyone. It's been a busy couple of weeks, I think, for a lot of us. Also, time change. So if any of us seem a little, particularly myself, it's because I don't deal well with daylight savings. It takes me I feel like this is a pretty universal experience. It takes me 2 weeks to feel even a little bit normal after the time change. So hopefully I'm not too squirrely because of my exhaustion. Yeah, let's introduce our lovely players, and then we will jump right into it. So we're going to start with the top left of everybody's screen. It's Soul.
Hello, everyone. My name is Soul, and I use they, them pronouns. You can catch me here Wednesdays, and I'll have something to potentially announce next week, hopefully. But otherwise, follow me on Blue Sky. I play Synarch Fangbreaker, an inquisitive rogue who is trying his best. That's me.
Which direction did I go last week? Did I make Alyssa go second last week? I don't remember.
I think so.
Alyssa.
Hey y'all, I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Revelation, our Aasimar, the only one in the world that people know, Circle of Stars druid here on Druid Mountain, about to embrace her destiny, which is good for her and for everyone, and no one needs to worry about it or stop her. And that's me. Oh, Rev uses she and they pronouns.
Mari.
Oh, hi, hello. I'm Mariana. I also go by Lagrimosa with a 0 on Blue Sky and other places. I obviously play a lot of D&D, and I draw. And I play Nikita Ayaga, the Wood Elf Barbarian, and we both go by she, her pronouns.
Aki. I know, I switched it up on you guys. Haha.
Hi, I'm Aki. Or Kino if you're feeling fancy. My pronouns are she, her. I play Dayu Silverhair, our Bunomancer, who also uses she, her pronouns. Bruh, is this the best that this mountain's gonna get? Like this? Damn, we gonna find out, because I feel like we got 2 more weeks left. That's wild behavior.
Mm-hmm. Charmy.
Hi, I'm Charmy, also known as Captain Charmy, various places around the internet. I am playing Aurora Incineratus, the hot girl fire genasi sorcerer, just met a dragon family member kind of girl. You can also see me playing Vampire the Masquerade over at Another World Tabletop with the Mandy. And me and my character use she, her pronouns.
Yay! I'm trying to type and talk at the same time, and it's not working. There we go. Yeah, shout out to Another World Tabletop. Both Charmy and myself are players in that VTM game. Last but not least, hi everybody, I'm Mandy, or the Mandy. This is my channel. I do TTRPG things and TTRPG stuff kind of all over the place, including Magi RPG, and many others. And I am your humble dungeon master this evening and every Wednesday evening. Quick recap of what happened last week, unless anybody wants to volunteer. I have a brief recap, a TLDR.
I can tell us.
Chance to earn a luck die. Okay, go for
Yeah.
it.
So last week, we continued up from where we rested in the temple in the mountain. Sinark had a brief conversation with Rev to try and get more information about why people just seem so concerned about what Rev's doing and keep like warning Sin about stuff. It's just, this is annoying. What's going on with the mountain? And he promised Rev that no matter what, he was going to get her up the mountain. Which I'm sure isn't going to be an issue. And then we went forward into more terrible weather and came upon an enormous silver dragon fighting a wolf pack of festering. And after he finished demolishing them, he became an old man wizard, and his name is Vesticure the Kind, which Nikita had heard about in childhood legends. And Rev led us in talking to him, and we managed to secure a ride all the way up to the Zareth clan, which immediately helped them, like, along with our papers, to like accept us as friendly, and like we got to meet a wonderful man who had me in stitches the whole last thing, whose name was
Raleigh.
There you go. And Trale took us into the place of power that was covered by a magic barrier. And we got to see the place of power that's been well maintained and protected, even with incursions of the festering trying to make it to the Zareth clan. And while we were there, Vesticure found out that Charmy has draconic blood, and we got it confirmed. And offered Aurora a mentorship once she finishes her important tasks. From there, we went on to meet the rest of the druids of the arch druids of the Zareth clan, who are Archdruid Ceylin, Fangbreaker, Tabaxi, and Sin's older sister. Archdruid Loris, who is a tiefling with forward ram horns, and a shark-like tail, which fucking drove me insane. God. Okay, Archdruid Arendelle, who's an elf with a nightcap, and Archdruid Madras, who is another Tabaxi, with white fur and semi-calico patches. When we met the druids, who definitely, again, we've sort of had been talking to Terale as we gone, and sort of hinting at Terale, there's a lot of shit happening right now that we should be worried about. So we were meeting with all the archdruids to speak with them about that. But when Sinark met Ceylin, they did realize, oh, we're probably related. And we had a discussion outside and confirmed that yes, Sinark is related to Ceylin. And his parents are like basically like fucked up wandering Gokus. Like just having kids and leaving them on doorsteps and going on to have more kids. That's where we left off pretty much yesterday. I Don't know if I missed anything, but if I did, I'm sure my friends will tell me.
Oh, you definitely. I think you covered pretty much everything.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, we did suspect since we found out that this place of power is fine, that we might have to go into the woods to see because of the because fire burns the woods. Because maybe that's the place of power that is not doing well right now.
Yes.
And that's it.
That is something that you discussed as a possibility, yes. Okay, yeah, luck die for you.
Thank you.
So we'll get into the lore drop. Let's switch back to the... I'm pretty sure this is the same song I used last week for this area. I hope it is anyway. So yeah, Sin, you and Ceylin walk back into the tent, basically into a discussion. And am I correct if we all were talking about before game, did you want to hand wave the explanation and skip to conversation, or is there particular information you want to not disclose? Or do you tell them everything about what's happening with the festering and the barrier and your mission, and do you tell them everything?
I'm team hand wave and tell everything.
Yeah. Team hand wave and
Okay.
honesty.
Yeah. Nope, that's totally fine. I just wanted to give you the opportunity. You know I don't like to assume those things, so you explain to the archdruids of the Zareth clan, the elders, so to speak, or the chosen most proficient druids of the clan, essentially. You explain to them your journey from Blockade to all across Southmore to the Hallowgate Necropolis, fighting through the Necropolis and navigating all of the traps and the puzzles and strange happenings and hauntings and monsters unlike anything you've ever seen before, and finding the entire sentient undead druid clan to be trapped. Their own mechanisms and cycles put in place by Valdin had failed, leaving that particular place of power without protectors, and the magic was able to be broken in that place. And you found that fixing that wasn't enough, and then your journey back to the Veil of Night and your encounters with various animals and monsters, like the undead dragon that you fought and killed, and the griffin that you met, and all of your trials and tribulations leading back to your return to the Veil of Night, leading up to your trip up to Wintergate, and all the things you've seen there, and the festering you've seen along the way, and what little you've learned along the way. Basically pouring out everything you know up until this very moment of the five of you, Kazuhiko, and your little pets and companions arriving here today, sitting before these druid leaders, finding that this place of power is safe, leaving you with no choice but to find where else the issues lie. What else is causing the barrier of night to weaken and wane? I would say by the end of this, because a lot of this happens over a meal, Torelli kind of leans back, puts, one palm on the ground behind him on the surface of the dais that you're all sitting on and having this meal and having this talk. He just kind of leans back and, elbow shoves at Arundel. And he says, "This is grave indeed, but, I have to say, that is reason enough to get some people moving. More than reason enough." Damn. Can't even make light of this one.
Moving to where? Where exactly are you going?
Well, obviously we still have to protect the place of power here, but we should work with the Veil to send some folks out to the other places of power. It's too much ground for you all to cover by yourselves. It would take too long.
I think that would be appreciated.
I mean, we should probably check in. I know that they were sending some people from the Night Step Dojo over to the Amorio Wilds already. So probably checking in with them will probably help as well.
Well, thankfully, I'm pretty good at tree hopping. Don't normally have reason to visit, but needs must, it seems.
So wait, where do you intend to go first?
Where do you think we're gonna go first? Well, I need to talk to the Kaliga Shire first, and probably also to the druids that are left in the Undercity. If they even have the strength currently to do much of anything. I'll need to assess the damage. Say Lynn can't go, she has to stay here. So it's gonna be me.
Well, we're gonna have to, there's a druidic event at the top of the mountain that we're gonna have to view first, and then we'll probably head directly back to probably directly towards the Amorio Wilds, since we don't have anything really to report to the Vale. And if you'll be heading there, that will help us out.
Well, it might be best for you all to go to the Amorio Wilds. It might be easier for you to traverse through there.
Yeah, how are you with swimming? I wasn't really sure how we were gonna get to places that are difficult to breathe in.
That is something that I think I should task the Kaliga Shire with. And when you find Morrigan, the rest of the leaders who are left... He shakes his head. Roll me an insight check, everyone.
Yes.
Vibes.
Drama. Dirty 20.
17.
18.
Anybody else?
9.
16.
Those of you who rolled over 15, which I think is all of you except for Madi, everybody except for Nikita. He has alluded to Valdin more than once. He's doing it again. You can tell he is upset with Valdin.
Sinviel's eyeballs bugging out in your direction.
Sin's trying not to look like
It's
he's
not,
trying to be like, I don't know what's up with them. Yeah.
yeah, it's not
I can't assume.
hostility. It's more of like you, especially you, because you got the highest roll, I think, out of everyone. You got the 20. He is. He's referring to leadership amidst the druids. And Valdin was supposed to be one of those. But he is currently not with us. He's sleeping right now, technically. And he still is, technically. But he's waking up. And you can feel that. You know that. But it's not gonna look the same, you don't think.
No.
Yep. So that's something to think about as well. When you think about Valdin. Loris kind of finishes the last of her mead or whatever it is she's drinking and kind of clatters her cup down. She says, "Nah, I'm coming with you. 2 of us should go, 3 should stay." Arendelle's not gonna go back west, so should be me. Hell, send me to the ocean. I'd love to see the prismatic throne sometime. Kerala just kind of... We can figure that out later. You're too eager, I think.
It's a big place to cover, even with just just 6 people.
I mean, it'll get easier when I turn into a whale. I've seen one of those before.
What do they look like? Do they look like the pictures? Are they really that big?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you can see them along the tops of the mountain range when you look at the ocean, the northern sea. Some of them live up there. They're pretty big. Even from, like...
I thought whales were fictional.
Nope, definitely a thing. You ever seen a sea serpent? Those are pretty cool.
Is it like a dragon? But for the sea?
Yeah, like a really long dragon without wings.
Could it swallow you whole?
Hell yeah, it could. Probably eat a whole ship.
Don't want to go to the sea.
I'll go after the
That's the
fish.
GM laughing.
I love it.
Not the sea. Don't make me go there. That'd be like if you guys hit level, like, 16 to 20. That's the only time you can go into the sea.
Can't wait to wrestle that thing's mouth open, like the stereotype. Like
We'll have to do however far y'all get in this campaign level wise. We'll have to do like a level 20 one-off thing. I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. So you guys kind of conversate. Do any of you have questions for the druids while you're exchanging all of this information? They're willing to share things with you as well.
Yeah. Dayu at some point will just kind of pipe up and ask, do you know where the place of power is? Like in the wilds?
I, 'cause, 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 ' Yes, actually. And
We've
this
just
probably...
We've just been guessing.
Well, I'm willing to bet, not that I'm gonna make you guess, but I'm willing to bet that, you probably already have an idea of what it is. Have you ever heard of the Arboreal Throne?
Have I? Have I heard of this?
Anyone, who has any kind of nature-related skills? Do any of you have proficiencies in nature? I will also take...
survival.
I will
Sir.
also take history or arcana.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Animal
bard
handling?
trained in those.
So I think
I can
Aurora's
do
your only
arcana.
hope.
Look, I got animal handling, survival, animal. What else? Huh?
Actually, Nikita, I'll give you. You
I
can.
was
You can
kind of
roll.
lost.
Nikita, and Aurora, you both can roll.
Thank you.
Okay.
What am I rolling again?
I'm a druid. Can I roll?
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's not necessarily a druid-specific piece of lore.
What am I adding to this?
You are just rolling me either nature, history, or arcana. You don't have to be proficient though.
The same.
Yep. +1, +1, +1.
Okay.
Come on, dice. You first or me?
I can go. I got an 18 Arcana.
Thank God. 11.
Okay. We'll start with Nikita, what you know. You have heard stories about the Arboreal Throne. Your understanding of what that is a mythical, magical tree that's in fairy tales, that is like the equivalent of the gods beginning plant life on this planet. Like for mortal kind, this was the first plant.
Tree of life.
But your understanding of it is that it's a myth. It's not real. Aurora,
Yeah.
you remember Nanny Opal telling you a story about a great queen who sat upon a throne that a tree grew around. And the tree overtook the shape of that throne, incorporating the seat into its own trunk. Your understanding is that while many say that this is a myth, it is a real place. It is extremely difficult to get to and highly protected by whomever is the current ruler of the Amaria Wilds. Whoever sits on the Arboreal Throne has control of the Amaria Wilds. And whoever sits upon this throne gains great power.
So Aurora will share that, but kind of phrase it in a way of, it's the Queen of the Wild seat.
And Vesticure will nod when you say that, when you explain that out loud. Yes, just as the legends say, Morrigan, Morrigan the Great, is the one who currently sits upon the Arboreal Throne. And is the protector of the place of power in the wilds.
Remind me, is Morrigan one of the sages?
Yeah. You all know this. Yep. Morrigan is one of the living sages.
Great.
The one who had a thing with, what's his face, Sereth. Aegon.
They were friends. He had a thing with,
Vesta.
Oh,
No?
a different
Oh,
one.
no.
No, he had a thing with Aenon Visser.
Hey, no, damn it.
I mean, there are ways that the lore that you know could be interpreted or twisted to several of them having romantic interests with one another. What is true and what is not, you are not certain.
I knew it was one of the ones that was still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he basically explains to you that where Morrigan holds power in the wilds is where you would need to go. You would need to go seek an audience with Morrigan.
You know how close that is to the border?
Not very.
Lines?
Oh, you're gonna have to go pretty deep into the forest, yeah. It's not an easy place to get to. It shouldn't be.
Just like here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's definitely stuff that wants to eat you on the mountain. That is for sure. The weather alone is probably enough of a worry here. But out there, you also have to worry about people in the wilds who don't take kindly to visitors. Especially if you're not on the approved roads. They don't like adventurers there. They don't like anybody getting too close to the throne. But you are who you are. You have your
They have a
writs.
good reason.
The seals from the Kaligo Shire should see you through.
As long as they don't murder us first. Got it.
I would say as long as you're dealing with druids and rangers that work for Morrigan, you'll be fine. Which is probably most of the patrols you'll see in the woods, but certainly not everyone.
Aki, you had asked this question. Were there more questions that you wanted to ask?
Ooh.
If you want to think, that's fine.
I had one and then I lost it because I'm gonna be so real. I zoned out and came back on Sage fucking, and I was like, huh, what's happening? So I got very confused for like a split second. I've been confused since.
That's okay. I got a little something for you. Roll me a d20, Aki.
The fear.
Nope, not a fear thing.
Okay. That is such a waste of a 20.
Did you really roll a 20?
It's such a fucking waste.
Oh,
But,
man.
That's so funny.
Honestly, alright, I'm gonna DM you now.
Never mind, it's not a
Well,
waste.
Maybe you'll live now.
Hold on.
That's right, guys. Secret peanut allergy or something. I don't know. So I know this music is like, it slaps. It's quite relaxing for me, but it might be too relaxing.
I can change the song if you want.
No, but it fits the vibe so well. It fits the vibe so well.
Aki wants to be stressed.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm waiting for what I was promised a TPK because it's apparently my fault for going in a mic.
That is not accurate to what happened, and I was joking.
It's so accurate. That's 100%.
That is not what happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm eating. I'm really enjoying this food.
Mm-hmm.
What's this food? I don't remember what the food was.
Different kinds of like flatbread. There's meat, there's vegetables. Not a lot of vegetables, because they're on the side of a mountain.
And like while I'm like mid chew, like I just took like a fresh bite, so my mouth is full. I remember what you just told me, and I start like flapping my arms like this, because I'm remembering things. And then I like I grab Kazu, shake him a little bit, as if he's supposed to know what I'm trying to say, but I'm not. I'm not telling him shit. And then I like think. Goliath speak giant, right?
Terala just kind of. Yeah.
Could you read this book?
Sure.
Let
me look at it.
I'm gonna wipe my hands on my clothes, on my pants. Take the book out. Give the book real dice. If I have to, I'm gonna make sure I don't have to like hold this book over like, I don't know, an open flame or anything like that, because I need to be real careful with this book.
Okay. Let me open up my notes. My OG notes from the very beginning of the campaign. Oh god. Okay. He looks it over. Because what you remember from talking to Kazuhiko is that the writing in this book is a cipher of some kind, or a mix, or a mashup of giant and another language that you do not know. You have not seen this language anywhere. He looks it over and he's like, okay, so yeah, some of this is giant for sure. Some of these words look like Aquan?
Okay. Oh no, I don't know anyone who speaks that.
Nobody on land speaks that, usually.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But this kind of reminds me of some of Aegon's stuff.
Sage?
Yeah.
I look to Balin. Why did you have that?
She looks at you and she goes, I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't.
But that's so specific.
I don't know. Maybe I found it somewhere?
Maybe.
I don't remember. I can't read it either. I wish I could.
Yeah, but you can't even, like, see it. You can't see the pages, right?
Nope, she can't.
Maybe you like could read it.
Guys, remember I made a canon that ghosts can't read?
And that there's a god of denim.
I forgot that you made ghosts illiterate. I have a question for you. Actually, no, I already know the answer. This is stupid. Never mind.
That's because writing is for the living. He kind of looks at it and he's just like, you know, while Maylin is in the background, like, I don't know what. I already told you I don't remember.
I know. maybe you could read it, like, and that, but you can't now, you know?
She's like, I'm pretty sure I couldn't speak Aquan. That's a fucking weird language. What is that?
That's not
Mermaid
nice.
talk?
That's not nice.
Can
Can't
you
make fun of other
pronounce those
people's
words?
languages. No. But that's not nice. You shouldn't make fun of other people's languages.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying. Not Murloc noises. Jesus fucking Christ. That's totally what Aquan sounds
I'm
like.
having this full conversation also with like the air, unless you can see.
Trolley
which I
totally
think-
cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
watches.
did tell him though that who that was.
Yeah. Trolley just kind of he looks like what the fuck a little bit, but he doesn't really say anything. He's just like, "Oh, okay." And he says, "It could be Aegon's. I'd have to like take a look at it." Are you guys gonna stay here for a little bit? Give me a minute to read this over.
Define a little bit. How long do you need?
I don't know. More than 10 minutes.
More or less than a day. I think we were planning on.
I'll certainly
until
try to do
we-
it as quickly as possible. If I can't do it in a day, then I'd need to hold on to it.
Well, I don't think you can hold
If
on
you
to
want
it,
me
sorry.
to, oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, I can,
Yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
try to do what I can in a couple of hours.
That would be really great. I guess for context, just like don't break it, cause my sister's soul's kind of bound to it.
The sages all look at each other like, what? Oh, okay. Yep,
well,
that ups the stakes quite a
Can
lot.
I try and make my sister visible? I know I can do it sometimes.
Roll me. Huh. That is a great question. Can you roll to make her visible in a space that isn't warded out the ass to support showing ghosts being present? Let's see. I will take... I'll take a charisma roll. Since that is your spell casting modifier. Yeah, I was dropping frames hardcore and OBS I thought was gonna crash on me. Okay. I will keep an eye on the things and the stuff while we're doing this. Sorry about that, folks.
Okay.
Yes. What was I saying? He said he wanted to take a look at it and see what he could find. He said he would be careful. You warned him that Maylin is attached to the book. Her soul is attached to this journal. Or whatever it is, this handwritten tome. And I think he said, that is important for me to know, and I think that's where we got cut off. So he is going to very carefully, he'll look to you and he'll say, is it alright if I take this to my tent away from food and fire and all of the things? You can come with me if you... I can wait till later. I don't want you to...
Can I see how far I can go without it?
Sure.
I've never tested that out. Also, I was trying to make her visible. I got a 21 on the charisma.
You got a
roll.
21. Right. That's what you were doing. I'm also gonna stop virtual cam.
What comes up when you stop is hilarious.
Back.
Okay, I think we're back.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Man.
Sorry about that, folks. We are going to monitor it as best we can. I think it was the music doing this. So we're gonna have to go without music for the rest. I don't know why it's doing this. It's never done it before. In many, many episodes, I don't think we've had this problem with any of our music things, so that's frustrating. Okay, Dayu said you wanted to test and see how far the book could get away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I've also made my, or well, I don't know if I've made, I did roll 21 to make my sister,
Yes.
to try and make my
You wanted
sister
to make her
visible.
visible, right. You rolled and you got a 21. Okay.
Mhm.
So you rolled your charisma check, and when you do, what does it look like as you try to make Malin visible?
I close my eyes. I take a deep breath. And when I open my eyes, they look completely dead, like I'm blind. And there will be a lot of ominous mist. And from that, she should be there. I like to think
Yeah.
it's that like kind of like tealish green that Dayu likes to wear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody can see Malin standing in a slightly like stereotypical ghostly kind of way, all one shade of this eerie but beautiful kind of bluish green jade color, kind of glowing in the space, a nearly identical if slightly younger looking version of Dayu, but with white hair and black streaks instead of black hair with white streaks. Terale kind of takes this in. He says, I see. And you want to test how far away I can get before she is no longer next to you? Okay, we can do that. He'll very carefully like cradle the book like it's precious, and he will kind of start walking out of the tent, careful not to bump into anything, careful of where there's food and people and all of these things, now that he knows the significance of this tome to you. And he will kind of step to the doorway, turn and look. She's still there. He'll step outside. Still there. And the flap will close as he steps away from that. And after you hear like a few more very deliberately slow paces, he goes, is she still there? And she is.
Yeah.
And he'll keep doing this with you for a little while until he says, "Okay, I'm in my tent, which is kind of right next door," and you can still see her.
This is soft yelling. I don't know how to do soft
That's
yelling,
okay.
guys, but I'm
That's
trying.
okay. Yeah. Do you want me to come back now, or seems I can walk a little bit away? He'll say, coming back in anyway, because he's a big oaf. Doesn't really give a shit.
I think it's good. Whatever's good. I mean, like if she starts like fading, then I'm gonna run to you, probably.
He'll like point out of the opening, the doorway to the tent literally right next to this longer building. Right, literally right in here, so you don't have to run far.
Mm-hmm.
All right. give me a little quiet time to look at this. Fill everybody else in. If you have any questions for me, you can just come into the tent. No big deal. And he will excuse himself.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll waddle back in.
Salen will kind of look at everybody. All right, so we're gonna have to worry about a lot more of these festering things. I will spread the word. Is there anything we can do to help you while you're up here? You said you mentioned something about going to the summit?
Yes, we are trying to reach it, and not die in the process, ideally.
Oh, I see. Well, I gotta tell you, I've lived on this mountain for a long time. I've never tried to go to the summit. Not of this mountain. Other ones, yes. This one, not so much. It's super dangerous, so just be careful.
Is it just a difficult journey? Is there a specific dragon who keeps their lair there? What's the danger?
Well, Vestikir could probably explain it a little bit better, but different areas of this specific mountain belong to different dragons. There are two currently, other than Vestikir. Vestikir's domain is kind of the lower area so that he can be closer to the city, which also keeps the other ones away from the city. It's a little bit of symbiosis here. But yes, there are more dangerous creatures up there, not even counting the dragons. Weather is a huge factor. Avalanches definitely happen here. I would make sure you all have climbing gear in case something like that happens. If you do manage to survive an avalanche. If you gotta go, you gotta go, but the air gets thin up there. It's very high up. It's serious stuff. But you're all tough enough to do all the things you just told us, so I'm not gonna tell you, nah, you're a bunch of kids, you can't do it, but I will tell you to be careful. If you think you're prepared for this kind of this kind of errand, this quest you have, if you think you can handle it, then who am I to tell you no?
Do you know of anyone who may have made it or made the trek?
Nah, we stay away.
Speaking of staying away, are you aware of what's happening in the city? We uncovered what seems to be a plot against the Pyrex.
Oh. Really? Or are we talking about the...
Possibly the whole royal line.
That makes more sense. A lot of them are spoiled and rich, though I wouldn't call them inherently evil or anything. Foolish, some of them. Arrogant, all of them. Except for Caius, I would say. Caius is a good man. Man of his word.
We met him. It's nice. Nice enough for political contact.
He has been kind enough to receive us on previous visits, but we have less and less reason to congregate in the city. We have everything we need here for the most part. But you said there was something wrong, some kind of plot.
Yes, they've been attacked. Or well, they say that they're sick, but it kind of seems like it may be more to it than that, considering it's been a while and the city is super on lockdown.
I see. There must be more to it than they'd think. You know, that's a them problem, really. If they needed our assistance, I'm sure they would reach out. We're not subjects of the royal family. We have our own dominion here on the mountain. Of course, they are our neighbors. If they wanted our help, we would certainly do so. But I am not in the habit of interfering where I am not asked. Unless something is truly dire or something terrible is happening to the people there. If it is just some political nonsense, I'd rather not get involved.
Speaking of political nonsense, it does seem to be, do you know what's currently happening with the Unsleeping Eye?
You mean the old secret order, the Unsleeping Eye?
The old and still around order with gentlemen who lead from, oh shit, where was the guy from? The Magic Tower place?
Fouchus.
Fouchus. With gentlemen from Fouchus holding importance in there, plotting these assassinations.
Well, I would certainly say plotting assassinations would be a new agenda item. They're not really supposed to be operating, other than gathering information. So this is interesting to know. Their role is to observe. That is what the Unsleeping Eye does. We keep watch.
I'm sorry, did you say they or we? Like, above table?
Oh, I think I said we by accident, but I meant they.
Okay.
She is definitely not a member of the Unsleeping Eye. She has never left this mountain. Yeah, it's their role, according to Valdin. They watch, they wait, they gather information. They look for patterns, they make sure that nothing is happening with the barriers, except they are now, so.
I have a bad feeling that this is all mixed up with them. How long do you be a secret order before you lose sight of what it was in the first place?
Well, Valdin has been asleep for a while, so if he's not there enforcing his credo, then I imagine some of the members may have gotten greedy in his absence. That would not surprise me. The world is different now than it was back then, is what I've been told. Wasn't there, obviously. I'm not that much older than you all, but she shrugs. That's what I've heard. The world was a different place before the shattering. Everything was different back then. We had more back then. Apparently we lost much during that time.
Oh, there's still stuff to find here. And Sin smiles very happily at his sister.
She'll smile back. Yes, there is still much to find in this world, I dare say. Even if we have lost things, isn't that just the cycle? Societies build, societies crumble, the world turns, times change. For good or ill, I suppose we'll find out.
Well, if one of my comrades is going to be doing arcane experiments, while we take the day to rest in the warmth, before we make the rest of the trek up the mountain, I suppose I want, if there's anyone that you need, any training from outside the mountain. I'm a wonderful sparrer, an amazing, as you know, an amazing warrior. I could
think,
do to help training.
Who are you saying this to? Just the...
I'm saying it to Ceylin, like offering to help train anyone in case they want like an outside perspective for someone who's fought the pestering before.
Well, the hunters might be interested in that, since they're the ones who are outside of the settlement the most. I'm sure some folks might be interested.
I have a question. Do you or any of the other archdruids, do you have the power of teleportation?
Some of us do, yes.
Because, like, got some information on the circle that is down in Elysia that is, like, accessible outside of the Royals, but we don't really have the means by which to cast it. If we were to come back after the summit, do you think someone could help us?
Oh, we don't use teleportation circles, but I do know a good tree in Wintergate that I could get us to.
A tree? What is the, what, how, what?
Well, I don't expect druids travel long distances in the same way that wizards or more learned magic folk. Sorry, I don't know where you get your magic from. Doesn't matter. But druids, we can travel through trees. If I've been to a tree, I can...
That's what tree hopping meant. Okay.
Yep. If the tree I know still exists on the other side, I can go from one to the other. Really anywhere. So, I know of a good one in a courtyard. I actually know of a couple in different areas in Wintergate, and could get you to Wintergate quite quickly. Just step through.
Do we have to touch a tree to do it? Just curious about the
Yes?
logistics.
Why wouldn't you touch a tree? Squints.
I might get dirty.
You saying this to a druid. Ceylin just kinda... right. City folk. Yes, you touch a tree.
Sin is making the face that I am making. He is shocked at what Aurora just said. But honestly, not too surprised.
It sounds like it's worth it. I think it would be appreciated.
She just kind of slowly nods because she's like, oh, these fucking city kids not wanting to touch trees. What is this shit? She doesn't say that, but you can see it on her face, and she's just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Not like hostile or anything, but just like, okay. Country
It's just
folk
such a funny
meets
thought.
City folk.
Because Nikita's like all camping and has a squirrel living in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Aurora's like, yeah, but that's hot.
Laura's just kind of... What if I dare you to touch the tree outside? What if I just, like, dare you to do it? This is the tiefling speaking to you. Will you do it? If I dare you? If I tell you, hey, you can't touch this tree, will you do it?
What do I get out of it if I do?
Bragging rights?
I mean, sure.
Loris
A
trying
much
not to
better prize
laugh.
would be like a drink.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I'll give you a drink if you touch the tree.
I think I can do that. And
Loris
literally,
kind of
like,
side
fixes my-
eyes. Yeah, as you like step outside to go do this, you probably can hear it. Actually, I'll ask you to roll perception.
Sure. What is that? That's bad. That's a 4.
Okay, you don't hear this, but the rest of the party that is
I'm here,
present in this area, including Mei Lin, all hears Loris kind of lean over to Sei Lin and go, "That was easy." Just kind of like cartoonish style, like walks out of the tent after Aurora to witness the tree touching. When you walk up to this tree, it is it's off center, I will say, from where the community has sprung up, but it seems to be built like a centering area, in that it's not crowded by any tents or makeshift buildings that exist here in the settlement. It's kind of in its own little space. There is a patch of grass, surprisingly, that's big enough for, you know, a few people to sit out in the grass and like have a picnic underneath this tree, this space. There are some gnarled roots reaching into the ground. The bark is a strange, I forget what kind of tree in real life is like this, but it's like a lighter brown, but has like spots and areas that look white. Almost like the tree is peeling, but it's not. It just looks like that. I think there's a couple.
Tree.
Yeah, well, not quite like a birch tree. Birch trees are
Oh.
like this like light gray with like the black like splotches on it. It's kind of like that, but not quite. There are some trees where the trunks are kind of smooth and they look like they're painted, and they just all look like that.
Eucalyptus?
No, it's something that's up north. It's okay, it doesn't matter. But it looks like that. So it's like this light brown with like these almost painterly patches of white kind of going from the roots up it and through all of the branches. So it looks like the tree is supposed to look like that. The leaves on this tree are a kind of purplish red. And tied up in the little branches, hanging from various branches, not all of them, just a few here and there, are more little effigies, little notes, little wind chimes, different offerings left in, like, kind of shoved into the branches, usually like little pieces of fruit or bread left out for spirits, birds, you're not sure what those things are left for. There are little bowls kind of sitting to, there's like a cleave in the wood. It's not cut, it just it grew strange kind of in the center. It looks almost like a doorway. And to the sides of this doorway looking area are little bowls on the ground, little wooden and metal bowls all over the ground that have like coins and treats and trinkets and rocks and all kinds of offerings. And as you walk up to this tree through this grass that seems to be only slightly dusted by the snow, where everything else is kind of covered in snow, the tree is much the same. It seems to only be touched by dustings of snow rather than being completely encased and covered in snow. It hasn't lost its leaves, unlike any other trees that might somehow survive up this high. And you stand before this grand, large tree. It's beautiful. It looks like a painting.
Prettier than I expected for a tree, you know?
Yeah, it's been here for a long time, Laura says from behind you.
It's not gonna magically do anything to me if I touch it, right?
Nope, needs a spell to activate that kind of thing. It's just a tree. Until you need it to be a door.
Okay. We're just gonna slowly reach out and like look for a spot that looks the least tree-like. to touch.
There is no not tree-like spot. It is indeed a tree. So you...
I'm thinking the smoothest bit of bark, basically, that is not like,
Sure.
splintery or anything like that.
It's pretty smooth overall. So you reach out and touch the bark of this tree, and you expect it to be cold and hard and grainy, like wood would feel when it's cut. It's very smooth, and to you, the tree feels warm.
Oh, it's warm.
Yeah.
Why is it warm?
I expect trees that aren't from here might be a little different than trees that are normally here. Loris is like walking in a
warm
circle
'cause it's
around
cold?
this patch of grass talking to you as this is happening. Just kind of wandering aimlessly.
The tree is warm because it's cold here?
The tree is warm because it's not from Terra.
From-
Where else could it be from?
Oh, it's from
growing
Elfane.
here.
The best kind of tree, really.
Whoa. Bougie! This tree is from your home!
Bougie, like, jumps off of your shoulder up into the tree. And then you see his little head poke out from amidst the leaves. And he looks at you and he goes, "This is a good tree. I like this tree. It feels nice. I'd like to sleep here. Can we sleep here?"
Okay. I don't want to sleep here exactly, but maybe nearby.
But it's warm.
But if you stay here, and then maybe I can be close enough that you'll be comfy.
Will you bring me bacon?
Yes, I'll bring you bacon.
Okay.
Okay. I did it. I'd like a drink, please.
As you pull your hand away from the bark, you feel the warmth leave your hand, and you feel cold again compared to what you would normally feel like. You still run pretty hot because fire genasi, but compared to when you were touching the tree, it's different. And you're not sure why, but it makes you think of Nikita. Maybe because it's a tree.
And I want to climb it. I mean, anyway.
Damn. Okay.
I'm dead.
Kind of beautiful, and I feel like maybe everyone should see it. Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not behind gates. If you guys want to walk around and explore the settlement, feel free.
Okay. And she'll go back inside specifically to get Nikita. You gotta come see the tree.
You are excited about the tree.
Yeah, I know. Totally unheard of. She's also excited about the tree.
Fuck, I have to see it then. Show me.
So everybody kind of
Going on our
steps out.
First tree date.
I think.
Okay, I guess it's ING.
I mean, Kazu's like, if Aurora got excited about it, I want to see it too. It must be pretty grand. So you all does everybody step out to the courtyard?
Yes,
We'll say
but I'm
Aurora
mindful.
does stay. like she'll agree with Kazu. Yeah, I think probably all of you will think it's cool.
Okay.
I'm being mindful about it. If my sister starts flickering, I guess I won't see this tree. I can see this tree tomorrow. This tree's not going anywhere, one would hope.
Yeah. She will walk with you guys up to a certain point, but you realize you're reaching the limits. She doesn't phase out of existence or anything. She just goes, she like holds her arm out and she goes, that doesn't feel good. Pulls her hand back. It doesn't like hurt or anything, just I don't think I can go any further than this. But I can see it. And she points to the tree, which isn't far away.
See it from here.
Okay.
It's a fucking cool tree.
You know you can go over there, right?
I wanna.
Okay.
I don't
She
like
just kind
the
of shrug.
distance. I don't know. I'm away from the book, and then if I'm away from the book and you at the same time, I'm gonna do something. I don't know.
You get the Maylin will remember this text on the bottom of your screen. You all look at this
Remember
tree.
that I care about her? Yes, okay.
Yes. Not negative. Not necessarily. Nikita, when you see this tree, roll me a d20.
Oh boy. Okay.
The tree is your sibling, Nikita.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it's
Finally,
your
hermano. What we got?
Magic, bitch. Okay.
I got 15.
Princess tree. It's finally Disney princess time.
Come
Princess
on,
tree.
Princess Nikita.
What did you get? You got a 15?
I got a 15.
Okay. You. I'm so sad that I don't have music right now. You remember a snippet of something.
Oh shit.
When you look at this tree, it's just a flash. It's the briefest image. You have seen trees that look like this before. And as you are having this realization, you just hear Loris kind of babbling off facts about this tree to the rest of the party. Yeah, pretty sure Aegon had this thing put here, or maybe it was one of our ancestors. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's they have trees like this kind of all over the world. But we were lucky to get one put up here because regular trees that bear fruit and stuff don't really survive up this high. So you need a weird tree to live in a weird place. It also keeps some of the snow away, which is nice.
I think with the flash of a memory and just how much of like a repressed box that is, I'm not gonna fully do this. But I feel like she is trying to repress going into a rage. So I feel like her body, like her mouth is kind of like her jaw's getting uncomfortable, like she's just really trying to repress or like just kind of suppress it, I guess better said. You said this is common in other places everywhere. Where are these found exactly? You said it's common. This is placed here, but
roll me a deception check if you're trying to keep your anger under wraps.
And I want to incept what's the word? Intuition. I went to intuit. That was inception.
Oh, that's so funny. I rolled a 4, so that's a 3.
Oh.
I rolled a 17, so I know, and the whole world knows that you're gay. I mean,
We're holding hands, but okay.
Yeah, you definitely pick up on that, and Loris kind of looks at you. I'm gonna roll to see if Loris is picking up what you're putting down. Loris is just like, yeah, you really like trees, huh? Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, they have them kind of all over the place. There's one in the Veil of Night, a big one. You know, there's a big one in the forest in the Vale. There's probably a couple out west.
Very intense look in her eyes as they're talking.
Not sure if there's one in Southmore. I've never been there before.
We just came from there.
And there is, yeah, I expect there's lots in the Amaria Wild. Yeah, there's probably a lot of those trees there. These ones especially. They kind of keep the air warm. In case you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of snow on. Doesn't stick for long.
She's gonna rub out her jaw a bit again. Amaria Wilds, okay.
And when I touched it, it was warm. Did you touch it?
Did I touch it and have the flash, or did I just
Nope.
see it and have the flash?
You saw it.
It's from where we went. It's like magic tree.
She's going to extend a hand out to the tree. And or if you're watching this also, like you kind of see again, like her hands, she's really holding shit back. So you see them kind of like threaten to go into claws, but they're like acting weird. But she's gonna go ahead and touch it.
The rest of you are definitely picking up on Nikita's body language being completely different at this point, especially because you rolled so low.
Do it.
You touch the tree, and everybody's cameras blinked. Can you guys hear me still?
Hello?
Yeah, you were
Okay,
cutting
okay.
out a bit, actually.
No! Bitches and hoes. Okay. I wonder if it's my ISP and not actually other things. If we okay, I haven't dropped any frames. If we drop again though, we'll probably call it for the night because I don't want to keep doing this over and over. Loris will kind of or you touch the tree. You reach out to touch the tree. And it feels warm. Almost in a calming kind of way to the touch. It radiates through your hand. And you feel the muscles in your hand kind of relax just a little bit. You feel like you have done this before.
At the recognition, she's gonna pull her hand away. She's just gonna stand cross-armed for a little bit and just listen to the conversation. Yeah, yes, it's very warm. Kind of like you, Aura.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. But, you don't seem you think it's cool. Do you? Okay.
She's not doing well.
Oh, Aurora's gonna, instead of continuing verbally, message into Nikita's head. What's wrong? Do you need to move away from here?
I don't want to be separated from the party. Not right now. Thank you.
Okay.
And sorry, go ahead.
Just gonna add, if you decide you want to step away, I'll go with you.
Let's just hang back, if anything.
Okay. Fuji's gonna stay in the tree, so I'll just, we can be over here.
And just Nikita's just gonna stay silent and just try to process the little lockbox just open up in her head.
While all of this is happening, Revelation, what are you doing?
Yeah, Rev doesn't really care about trees. So she came out to look at it. Was just like, oh, okay, it's a warm tree, and is like, if the rest of the group hasn't dispersed yet, is sort of just standing back a little. I think taking in if there are people around or if there's anything happening around this little courtyard.
Yeah, roll me perception. I have a snoozy boy. He's having a time.
Baby. 25 perception.
25? Okay. Let me see. You spot Madras doing the exact same thing you are. Hanging back, watching all this, looking unamused.
And Madras is Sin's in-law, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, lovely. I am going to just sort of sidle on over there and stand next to him. Not open conversation, just sort of vibe in the same location. And if he wants to talk, we can talk.
He will, you can tell he has, in his own subtle way, acknowledged that you are now nearby, but doesn't seem to move away. And after a little bit, while everyone's chatting and talking about the tree and, starting to ideate on what to do next, if you guys want to rest for a bit or explore, he will kind of turn his head slightly in your direction, kind of like he's trying to keep one eye on the other archdruids, one eye kind of in your direction without directly looking at you. And he'll say, "You're not like the others, are you?"
I'm not a fan of trees, or not especially.
Interesting.
I follow the stars more than anything terrestrial.
Most stargazers I know tend to climb some trees to get a little closer to the sky. But to each their own.
Rev makes a face reminiscent to Aurora when she first got dared to touch a tree.
Hello. Yep. Go ahead.
In Okurai, I mean, it was always night, so you didn't need to do much to see them.
Yeah. Guess it's easy when the night sky's handed to you. That makes sense. Probably made your area of study a lot easier, huh?
It's one of the reasons that's the circle I went to join, that I looked to join.
Roll me deception.
Ooh,
he rolled super well.
Oh no, I don't think
yeah.
I have good deception because I rely on people not calling me for deception. That's a 16.
Yeah, but this motherfucker doesn't know you. He don't trust you for nothing.
Sorry, I had to kill your brother-in-law soon.
What did you end up rolling?
16.
Oh yeah, I got you beat. Big time. his gaze will linger on the group for like half a beat before he turns his head to look directly at you.
Rev was doing the same sort of like half focused on the group, half like not quite looking him in the eye. So when he turns fully, she will turn as well.
It's not often I meet a druid who has disdain for the natural world. Why is that?
Purposefully misunderstanding, Rev will say, I imagine that most of them come to being druids because of a love for it.
What does that mean?
Simply that the call of nature drives most people to become druids, which is why most of them don't disdain it.
So why do you?
I'm following the call of the stars.
His eyes will narrow a little bit. I believe that you believe that. Maybe you've rehearsed it enough times that it feels real to you.
What do you believe?
I believe you turned to this craft because it served you in some way. And you don't seem to like it very much.
The Veil of Night isn't like Elysia. Our druids aren't sequestered away on a mountain. They are an intrinsic part of our political power and our structure.
He does not look convinced. But he doesn't argue with you further. He'll say, I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not going to find it here.
Well, fortunate that we'll be on our way in the morning then.
Fortunate for us both.
Rev smiles at him, more like baring teeth, I think. One of the more honest expressions we've seen on Rev in a minute.
He looks unbothered and will keep you in his line of sight as he steps away and towards the rest of the group. But you watch him. You watch him walk over to Ceylin to say something to her, kind of on the side.
Can I be with Ceylin?
Sure. You can be with her, but when her husband walks up, he's gonna pull her away.
Gotcha. What they were obviously on the side, right?
Ceylin and Madras?
Madras and Rev.
I think the point of what Rev was doing it specifically while nobody was looking in her direction. Am I understanding that right? Yeah. So no,
well,
I would not say that you witnessed that exchange.
Gotcha. Then I think just Sin just like very, very pleasantly waves at Madras, and again is looking rather excited. I think he was probably gushing to Ceylin that like that she like if she's bored, she should come watch him train with the hunters.
Yeah, I think the two of you were bantering and kind of getting to know each other, and she was giving you freedom to interact with the hunters as you wish, to tell them more about the festering and exchange knowledge and things like that. When Madras walks up, even when you give him a pleasant wave, he just kind of nods very curtly to you, but doesn't say really anything. He just kind of he'll exchange a look with Ceylin and kind of jerk his head to the side so that they can step off, and Ceylin will say, "Excuse me for just a moment. Official business."
You got it.
As they step off to the side. Rev, are you watching as Madras walks off, or did you decide to fuck off?
No, stay where I was and watch.
Okay. So yes, you were watching? You cut out slightly
Yes.
there. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
You
Yes.
watch as he walks over to Ceylin, pulls her aside away from Sin, and kind of mutters something in her ear before they break apart, and he kind of walks off into an area that you cannot see, leaving Ceylin there with the rest of the group, but she does glance in your direction before walking back over to Sin.
We'll also walk over to Sin.
Sure.
Sin grins at Rev, and when Say comes back up, it's like, Say, this is my current partner, Revelation.
That's how you introduce her. Okay.
Well, yeah, but how do you? This is my
Yeah.
girlfriend. This is my girlfriend, Revelation. No.
I'm just making
wanna-
sure
you
that's
wanna
the
seem like
verbiage
an
you're
adult.
using. Yeah. Okay.
Well, what else is my current partner? My partner, sorry, my partner, not current partner.
Ceylin, I didn't mean it like that. Ceylin, will kind of she'll go, "Oh," and look at Rev. "Nice to meet you. A pleasure, I'm sure."
You as well. We weren't sure what we'd find coming up the mountain, but I'm happy that Sin's found some family here.
Me too. It's nice to have him here. Looking forward to have him visit in the future once all of this business is concluded.
I'm gonna incite these vibes because they feel rancid to me personally. No, I'm just happy that my sister and Rev are talking. This I rolled a 4.
She will be polite to you, but it's not warm towards you in the same way she's warm towards Sinark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you pick up on it very easily, Rev, because of what just happened.
Yeah.
But,
Fair.
yeah. She doesn't confront you. She doesn't go out of her way to say anything. She's just clearly has an eye on you now.
Rev sort of leans in more towards Sin and says, "Did I overhear that you're going to be showing the hunters some of your moves?"
I gotta show them what the fastest hands in Okra can do. Help them out, you know? They're gonna be fighting the festering.
Hopefully the festering don't get much closer, but that's good. I think I might walk around a little bit.
Alright. I mean, I'm sure, this place is so close to the sky. I bet, like, once night hits again, hopefully, if the clouds clear up, you'll probably get a great view.
Yeah, it's been hard with all the lightning, but hopefully.
Mhm. And I think he leans towards her, and I think he grins and he like taps like the cold jar at your belt. And he's like, "Well, you've always got something close to you."
She sort of leans her hip into the tap, and brushes a kiss, I think, against your forehead and says, "That I do. And we'll leave you with your sister before things can get hostile."
Yeah, he just looks so derpy. Oh my god, he looks so derpy. He's so pleased. He's just like, "Ah, yes, perfect. This is great. I'm the most happy." Is Mandy talking and I'm missing it, or
I'm
I
on
think-
mute, motherfucker.
I was like,
Here is.
looked
I
at the
thought I
screen.
hit the thingy, but I clearly did not. Sorry. So, as that is happening, we will change scenes after we come back from a little break, even despite the interruptions in stream. My lips were moving fast. We're going to take a quick break because despite the interruptions, we've still been sitting here for a couple of hours. So, yeah, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. And we will see you all in 10. Everybody hydrate, get a little snack, and we'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. We are back. Aki is here. She is going to be cam off probably for the rest of the session, but she is here. I should just wait. Hold on. I'm going to just make bunny art big. No, I shouldn't do that. Yes, I should. I'm doing it.
Big,
Let me do it in studio mode.
big bunny.
Big bunny.
big bunny art. I'm gonna keep on playing with the big
Big
bunny
bunny
art.
art. Yeah, I'm here for
bunny
it.
art.
I was put in timeout for my clicky clacking, so I'm staying muted.
Let me pull the art. I don't want to edit the one that's already in the overlay because I'm lazy. Why didn't I think of this before we got back on camera? Don't answer that question, chat.
It's okay. It's okay. While you do that, I'm just gonna yap real quick.
Yap. Yap away.
Guys, my head hurt a little bit, and that's also because I had to put the light on my face because my room walls are pink. Pink's never done me wrong like this before, okay? But to have everything pink and then the lights, oh no. Oh boy, do I look like a low res strawberry shortcake.
It's like Parks and Rec with the
Charlie.
calzones, but like
Yeah.
it's pink.
Yeah, right?
You know, like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and that girl turns into a blueberry. I turned into a strawberry.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say we can professionally solve the problem for you. I have some ideas already of things you could do without having to buy anything to fix.
I was a
that.
lighting designer. That's what I went to school for and did as a job for theater. So I know
Right.
what colors look good on various skin tones. So between us,
Look
we
at that,
got.
I have two people to help me. Goodness.
And I'll come to your house to supervise.
We're gonna
This
fix your
is the
shit.
greed that they talk about in the Bible.
Oh no. Okay, moving on. I've fixed my nonsense. Yeah, cool Charmy lore. I'd love to hear it. I love Charmy lore. I love lore from all of you, actually. I I get too much from Aki. No more from Aki. Like specifically Aki.
You're cut off.
especially because she's not on camera right now, even though I know she's making a face like, what do you mean? What the fuck? I've never done anything wrong with my life. I am just a baby.
When this month is done, I'll agree to the wrongdoings I've done, belonging in jail and stuff. But not in Women's History Month.
Yeah, you have to support my wrongs.
Mm-hmm. You have to support me all of March, all of May, and only 50% of June because I'm bi. And sorry, that one was just romantic. That was just for the bisexuals and shit. What am I saying?
That's because I get more Aki lore than more from anybody else, just on a personal level.
I'm bisexual all of June, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm bisexual for all of June.
I like
you can
doing
support me
it
for the entirety of June.
I like doing it for only 50% of the year. I don't think I can give more.
Anyway,
in this bit.
We've come back as the party seems to be dispersing and exploring and making plans to do different things around the settlement to enjoy your time amidst the Zareth clan druids. Dayu.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of standing there with Maylin, kind of observing everything that's going on, roll me that perception check we talked about during the break.
Yeah. I have a question.
It's hearing based, so you have advantage.
Hearing based. Oh, okay, that's really good to know. That was really good to know because of the first roll, I went but the second one was okay. 24.
Very good. Yeah, you definitely eavesdropped on the entire conversation between Revelation and Madras.
Because nobody can well, when I say nobody, I mean obviously people can see my face, but nobody in the party can see my face because I am very far behind. So I just look at my sister.
Yeah.
And I make a face. I make a face. Not necessarily like happy or sad, just more like a
Yeah, she's not visible to others anymore. You only did it for a short period of time. And she looks at you and she goes, "Told you so."
What if they were just like fighting about druid politics?
I don't know. I think the vibes, not really it. You know what I mean?
It isn't.
The energy in the studio, not great.
When did it start feeling off for you? Because I thought the vibes were like really good until we went to Foxden. Am I wrong? Am I Delulu?
I don't know. She's kind of sneaky. She has to have her reasons. I want to know what they are. I feel nosy, actually.
You feel nosy?
Yeah. Hey, what happens if they figure out that book? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I just want to know what it is.
Me too.
And then I think, after we know what it is, we can figure it out more. I don't know. Were you there when Vita was here?
And who?
Vita, the little girl.
Oh, yeah.
at some point, I think I touched her. Like there was like a string, and like she or she touched me. I'm not sure, but I wonder if I can like do that with like you.
She'll hold up a hand. Like she wants to high five you. Do it. Try it.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, so I like to think that I am used to like opening myself up more, like senses wise.
Yeah.
Because of how I do spirit stuff. You can't see it either. I was also like slapping my hand on the camera.
You can't do this to me when you're cam off. How dare you?
You know my hands waving.
Yeah, I know.
My hands waving for all the extra emphasis.
Yep.
But like yeah, I think Dayu is really good at like opening herself up more.
Yep.
To her surroundings. So, and specifically the spirits around her, because she can do a lot of other stuff that I just don't describe.
Yeah.
But that's what she's gonna do now because that's what feels most natural. I mean, like if it's
Cool.
a link, right, that
Yeah.
she's trying to make, maybe that's how it is.
Roll me a d20 and tell me if it's evens or odds.
That's heinous. It's evens.
Your hand passes through hers.
Oh.
And she's like, oh, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
What if we tried it again in the necropolis? I bet we could high five there.
I bet.
Shit, we didn't try.
We didn't. I brought...
She like crosses her arms and she's pouting like, shit. All that time. Everybody could see me. I didn't even try.
It's okay. Like we won't go back. Eventually.
Yeah.
But I also brought a book.
A book?
I brought like a necromancy specific book.
Don't do necromancy shit on me. That's weird.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, maybe it might help me understand this a little bit more. I can kind of do it, but like, I don't think I could. Like, I don't think I can do it like, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. Oh,
Is
hey.
it weird?
Your friend is doing stuff to the book. I can feel it.
What do you mean you can feel it?
He's casting magic. Doesn't hurt or anything. I think he's just trying to, like, understand the writing.
Oh, okay, casting magic onto the book.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought like maybe from the book.
Nah, doesn't feel like that. At least, I don't think so. Let's go look. And she, like, turns around and starts walking to the tent. Very laissez-faire, just kind of like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't hurt, so clearly it's fine.
Dayu looks around like she's on The Office. Like, do you see what I have to deal with? But like, only the spirits of the audience can probably see her back. So she
The
will.
spirits of the audience and Kazuhiko, who is just like, he just kind of like sidles up to you at this point. No, he was kind of wandering around and looking at the tree and chatting with people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, when people like break apart to go do their own thing, this is the point when he is walking up to you. What's she so excited about?
I think the Archspirit is using magic on the book, and she can feel that, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay. He's like, oh, I don't know enough about magic to have this conversation. He's like, I mean, if she's not worried about it, should we follow? Should we?
I was going to. Do you want to come, or do you want to?
Oh no, I'm coming. I'm coming with you.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to?
No, I mean, you can come. No, I don't. You can come if you want to. I just thought
Okay.
because, like the hunters were gonna do hunter stuff, and you like doing hunter stuff too. What's gonna stop
He looks at you and he goes.
fun?
He's just gonna cup the sides of your face, darling. I do hunter stuff every day of my life. Let's go follow Malin. He'll give you a little smooch on the forehead.
The male wives are wiving tonight, man. I take the smooch. The smooch. I'm gonna keep that on my head.
All right. So you head up. Oh, he's dreaming. His little feet are going and everything. Oh, buddy. Hold on.
You talk about Wyatt.
I am talking about Wyatt. Sorry. His little feet are going.
Aw.
Okay. I poked him with my toe. I'm just like, hey. His little feet are going. You might hear very quiet barking in the background. Like he dreaming. He having a dream.
Do cats dream?
Totally.
That's so awesome. Kimchi sleeps like he's dead. He'll just hold his breath too.
Aki!
Yeah, no, he scares me a lot.
Oh my god.
Completely still. Complete and deflated
right.
sometimes.
Bring it back in. We're following Maylin into the tent.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Trale, who is he doesn't look like he's actively casting magic. But he is looking at the book, and he turns to the side just enough to like look at who's coming in, and he goes, come in, I'm starting to make some progress. It's taken me a minute, but nothing a little comprehend languages can't help with, you know? He points to it's like a brazier, but it's not lit. And you see that there is there's a scroll in the brazier that seems to be. Do you ever set a piece of paper or see a piece of paper on fire and you blow out the flames and the little embers just kind of travel across the paper? It's like that. As this scroll in this little brazier on the same table that he's working on is turning to ash, essentially. You know that sometimes that is what it looks like when a spell scroll is used. Sometimes that is the manifestation of the scroll being used, is the scroll will turn to dust.
Okay, at the mention of comprehend languages, Dayu audibly sighs, puts her face in her hands, and perhaps the world here can understand that being a fucking idiot runs in this bloodline. And Dayu goes, I could have done that. Oh my god.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, yeah, but it's still languages kind of mashed together, so unless you know at least a little bit of both, it's kind of tough to comprehend languages. Isn't going to solve the cipher, so don't feel bad.
I just thought, oh, maybe I could have at least like been like, okay, this is somewhat recognized. Oh my god, I had this book for 2 years.
And at that, you chat while he examines the book, and eventually he will tell you that this book is a journal. And it is in 2 languages because it seems to be not only a journal, like if you flip through it and look at it more closely, some of it is in this weird cipher, some of it is in Giant, some of it is in Aquan, and you realize that it's 2 different sets of handwriting. What it details in the book are little coded entries and little diary notes, kind of. And the book is clearly being passed back and forth between 2 people. And he says that it looks pretty normal conversation kind of stuff, observations about things that they're seeing on their travels. And what he means by they is Aegon Zareth and Aenon Visser, passing this book back and forth during their travels with the other sages. And eventually, he notes to you, though he has not read through the entire thing, he's kind of flipping quickly through the pages to be like, nah, this looks normal, this looks normal, this looks normal. This just looks like journal, no big deal. After a while, you see that it slowly becomes just this cipher and no Aquan. And the further into the pages you flip, because you probably haven't, I would imagine you haven't tried to look at every page in this book, because it's a pretty thick tome. It's like one of those, there's writing on every single page in this tome, and none of it makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, okay, so after a certain point, it gets from normal looking kind of shit to scrubbly kind of looking shit, and I think that's the part I need to focus on.
Sorry, what language does it just become again?
Giant.
Giant. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, towards the end.
Okay.
But he notes to you, he'll tell you, he points out where certain things are showing the cipher and where it's showing a single language. And you can tell the difference, because one looks more comprehensible than the other. The cipher looks like gibberish to you. Because it's almost like syllables of words in each language that fit together, but don't make sense together because they're from 2 different languages, even if it's multiple syllables making up the same word in each language. So, imagine the word for and the word for and in each language mashed together. But in cases where it's a single syllable thing rather than multiple syllables, it's symbols randomly chosen between the 2 to make up the word. So sometimes it's a direct meaning, a direct translation between 2 languages mashed into one. Sometimes it's different syllables, and sometimes it's something else. It's very complex and very weird, and absolutely would require you to be fluent in both to fully understand it, even with comprehend languages.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh my god, they were dating. You don't do this and just stay friends. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, I could have told you that. There were always rumors.
I don't like making assumptions.
I mean, this makes it pretty clear, but they didn't end up staying together for whatever reason, so I don't have fins. So he shrugs. Something must have happened. I wonder what. Because she's still alive and he's not. But, you know.
It's okay.
Queen of the Sea, kind of immortal, can't really die.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna ask, is the pseudo immortality like a druid thing, or is it like a like how elves are old?
Anon Visser, she's been around a long time. I don't really know what a good word for what she is. Certainly hasn't died yet, and she's probably thousands of years old. Probably. Like multiple thousands.
See, I wasn't sure if it was like. I know some druids can get like real wrinkly, but I wasn't sure if it was just that or if it was also like a race thing. Again, elves.
Yeah,
Vesticle's, like,
it's
over
it's
there.
that, but also like plus stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could be like a bunch of things.
She is a sea elf, so they can live quite a long time, but I think it's he kind of thinks, I think the legend is related to whatever her power is. She does something. He sighs. I remember the elder druids, when they were still around, when I was a kid, saying something like she stores her power in her staff, and between being a sea elf, a druid, and whatever the fuck else she is, she pretty much can't die. And that's my understanding. I don't know if that's accurate. I wonder if that was a story. The more I say it, the weirder it sounds.
Nah. It would. If there's stuff older than us, then I don't think we're supposed to understand everything.
Well, if I ever get the honor to meet her, I'll definitely ask, 'cause I'm sure she'd tell me.
Can you cast sending?
Uh,
Because then you could tell me.
oh. Yeah?
It's so cool.
Yeah, I can cast sending.
Okay, so if you ever do, and then you ask her, and like she's chill about it, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you're sensitive about it, you wouldn't answer. But if she's chill about it, and you get an answer, could you like tell me?
Sure.
This is cool.
Yeah, the more I say it out loud, the weirder it sounds. I don't think that's right. I'd love to learn, though. They used to tell us a lot of weird stories to get us to be good. Like, a witch in the woods will get you. Never go into the woods. Kind of shit. Except we don't have woods here. It's just caves. So it was, swap out woods for caves. And, like, don't fuck with dragons.
Yeah, we got similar ones. I'm from Southmore. We're from Southmore.
Oh, so you guys, he, like, points at the two of you, like, giants and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yeah. Well,
Lots of undead. Also dragons.
still doesn't explain how you got... Wait, okay. Where did this book come from?
Very well.
Like, why do you have it?
One second. Malin, can you step out for a little bit? I don't want to... Just in case, I want to be careful.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. And she'll, like, step outside of the tent.
Thank you. And then I wait for a bit because she dead or not, that's a rabbit. We gotta wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think she is sufficiently gone, I'll say, well, my sister was a priestess of Aluna Seren. Now that's me. And the festering attacked our home 2 years ago and killed her. But before that, she gave me this book and then died immediately right after. So I actually, she doesn't remember anything besides book is important, but she can't read it. She can't even see the pages because the dead can't read. And I don't know anything, so. But I guess it's important to, die over.
Oh. Okay. I will.
We
try
live
to give it-
underground also. I feel like I should also specify that. We live in tunnels in our own cave systems.
That, yeah. Really sorry to hear about your sister. Having more context, though, is helpful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little more time with this, if that's okay with you. See if I can figure out what is important about this, because from skimming through most of this, it just looks like days on the road, flirting back and forth, love letters, conversations, notes, observations, all kinds of things about their journey together, talking about the other sages, talking about conversations they had. Feels a little weird reading this, honestly, but, Aegon's been gone for a while, so.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, imagine, reading one of your parents' journals. That's what that feels like.
I don't have to imagine.
Oh. He just kind of, kind of like a sympathetic, kind of ick face at you, like he's sharing in that feeling with you, ugh. Yeah, give me some time. There has to be something.
I'll be around if you need anything.
Okay, yeah. I'll send for you, but I'm not gonna do anything other than read it now while the spell's still up. So, if you'll excuse me, go have fun and enjoy the settlement.
Thank you. I'm just gonna scoot out.
Wave over his shoulder as you guys walk out.
I scoot out. As soon as I step out, I look at Cosmo and be like, oh god, I'm a fucking idiot.
What do you mean?
I can't believe I could have learned comprehend languages. I mean, I understand I needed to, oh my god, I didn't even think about it. I hope you are smarter than us.
I mean, what? He was just kind of like, what?
I just had it for 2 years.
I mean, it doesn't decipher codes. He still has to. It's not your fault. You're not stupid.
I just didn't even think about it.
He shrugs. What's the point of casting comprehend languages unless you? He shrugs. It's not stupid. You're not stupid. Malin's like, yeah. Definitely not stupid.
If Yue is not smarter than us, this bloodline is fucked. We have a third sibling. Who's a hippie artist? This bloodline's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
We share 9 intelligence between all 3 of us. Above table, I'm also a little peeved. I'm like, how did I not think about trying it once? Like,
I feel like I have told you in the past that it would not decipher anything for you. I feel like we've touched on this before.
I hope we did.
I'm pretty sure
this is so un-Virgo-like of me.
I'm pretty sure we did touch on it, and I told you that even if you cast comprehend languages on it, it's still coded. So,
I'm just so glad we got stuff on this though, and it just so happens to be the gayest little journal ever. It's the best.
Yeah, I guess so.
I hope it gets sad, but like, you know.
You'll find out. Okay, who wants to do things around the settlement? Who is doing things? What are Aurora and
What
Nikita
I'm doing?
Yeah.
Showing the fuck off.
Aurora is sharing her reward drink with Nikita and checking on the vibes because her reaction was unexpected. So I feel like she just has like a warm person leaning into her while she waits to see, is she okay?
Like, isn't there like a, not a weighted blanket, but there's like one of those things that are adjacent that literally is to warm you.
Yeah, that's Aurora just draped over your shoulders right now.
I think, to be honest, because I don't know if we've discussed this, but if we could get more climbing gear from these people, that'd be really great. Because I feel like it might be a little bit more suited or specific to the needs of the mountain instead of just general stuff. So that's the way I'm thinking. But also to keep her hands busy and her brain busy. So, I mean, she will drink with you, but she's also thinking, like, maybe we should do this. Maybe we find equipment.
What if we inventory our gear that we purchased specifically for this purpose and get them to look at it and see like what their tips are for adding to what we have?
Yes, that would be great. Yes. You know, specifics, no. They live here, so. Sorry I got fucking weird.
You don't have to explain. If you want to talk about it, we can, but don't worry about it. I get weird all the time.
Yeah, that's, you get good weird. I've talked about it before a little bit, where my memories aren't too great. Not too great. They're just not there. From a certain point in my life. And the tree opened something up. It was just a little familiar. That is all. I didn't see anything or hear anything in the memory or whatever, but it was familiar and enough to piss me the fuck off again. So.
Yeah, that's fair. It must be frustrating not to be able to remember things about your own life.
I hate not remembering. I hate that I wasn't looked for. I hate that I wasn't found. I prefer to not remember, but lately, traveling with you all, it's been thing after thing. Maybe it's for the best in a way, but I'm scared to experience it. I'm glad I have you around. I don't know if I would have been able to experience all this and everything alone.
Mhm. When you need me, whether you want to talk about it or not. And you did get found by your dad. May not be who you expected or originally was looking for you, but you still have family, even if you don't remember.
You're right. He's my family.
And Sin just found family. Maybe we'll find yours too.
I'm so happy for him. But I started just wondering if if I happen to stumble upon family, I don't know if I will have the greatest reaction. So I will let you know that in advance.
Well, if you want me to give them a stern talking to in lieu of you beating them up, I'm totally in.
I'd like to see that. She'll hold her close and smooch her. Thank you.
You get a big snuggle. You're welcome. No different than what you've already done for me.
So you'll beat them up, eh?
I'm not going to beat anyone up. Will I tear them to shreds with my words? Yes.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm used to dealing with things on my own, and also I don't want to really bring down the excitement from everything going on. So yes, everybody probably noticed that I am being a fucking weirdo. But I would prefer to talk about it later when it's not, fresh from good news. So
Well, if you ever need to deflect, just ask questions about Sin's sister. I think it'll be really effective to get him to talk instead.
that's a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so smart.
Okay, let's see some people about some climbing gear. I don't know what any of this is.
I'm familiar, so it's just to make sure that we're actually, prepared and the shit won't snap on us or something.
And
Cool, I trust you.
And with that, the two of you venture off into the settlement to do a little bit of extra survival gear shopping, just in case. As we kind of zoom out on the day, you will spend you'll spend the rest of your day in the settlement, I assume, into the evening with the intent to head out again in the morning. As we do, you see Sinark talking to the settlement hunters and other druids, those who are more martial oriented, because not every single person in the settlement is a druid. Teaching them and talking to them about the festering and how to fight the festering. You see Aurora and Nikita shopping. You see Dayu and Kazuhiko with Meilin in tow, just enjoying the sights of the settlement and looking around at the different ways of life here and what all of that looks like. You see Revelation observing Sinark with the other folks of the Zareth clan, either making her own plans or doing some shopping of her own. And as we fade out from this scene, before you all settle for the night into your next long rest, yes, you can hit the button. We will fade out and move on to confessionals. So we are going to start with Revelation.
First it was Lord Fox, then Valdin, and now Madras, facing doubt from all directions. But that's fine. It's fine. Just get to the summit. And then I won't need them anymore. And that's it for Rev.
Okay, moving on to Aurora.
Can't believe we met another dragon. I didn't think you would recognize that I was kind of dragony too. We're possibly related? I mean, more than just connected via magic? That's amazing. I think this is the first time that I've done something that Dante didn't do first. That she couldn't do. That's just for me. I could keep developing this power with his help. Maybe I don't need anyone else to find her. Maybe I can find her on my own. And that's Aurora.
Moving on to Nikita.
More festering, another dragon. More fucking festering. I'm so happy for Sin. I'm so fucking happy for Sin. Why the fuck did that tree speak to me the way it did? I would have preferred to think that they just died and just couldn't find me because they were dead. I don't want to think, I don't want to remember, I don't want to do anything regarding them. A fucking tree. God damn it, Cole, that was funny. I'm gonna leave it there.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
Moving on to Senark.
This is amazing. I was right. I was right that they were pieces of fucking garbage. I was right. And I'm not alone. Oh, I'm not alone. And I know Say will love Rev. Say's so smart, and Rev's so smart. But I have to work on Madras. If he's protective, I need to show that I'm strong and I can help protect his family too, my family. Oh, this is everything. This is everything. And when I come out from this, when we come down this mountain, oh, we're gonna run straight into the wilds. We're gonna fix the barriers. I can see the end in sight. And I know we're gonna need everyone for it. It's gonna be great. That's it, Arc.
Moving on to Dayu.
Want to say that?
Oh, there you are.
I just want to say that work song by Hosier is playing through all of that. Don't fucking do this to me, guys. Don't fucking do this to me.
Hosier is a
You did this
artist.
to you. It's your music.
I didn't. This playlist is on shuffle.
When
You did. You're doing it yourself.
Anyways, Been almost 3 years, sort of. It's more closer to 2, but we can round. And I'm so happy I finally know what's in this fucking book. Oh, it's okay if it's basically canonical fanfiction. I just now need to figure out why it was down in Southmore when objectively the two people furthest elementally away from a hole in the ground would be there. There's a lot of I have new questions. That's what's important. My old questions have been answered. I have new questions now. Also, small side note, younger me was very strong. Because if I don't get a kiss every day, I'm gonna get understimulated and I'll just stop working. I don't know how I cannot function. I can't do it. That's a really easy way to kill me. Oh no. That's it. That's Dayu.
Okay. We're gonna end it there. Sorry about all the frame drop issues. I have no idea why that's happening. We don't normally have that here. So I will try to stitch the VODs together so that the YouTube version of this won't be too bad. Sorry in advance if we lost anything. Nothing I can do about that. So we will see you all this Friday, right? This Friday, for the next episode of our pre-recorded campaign, Curse of Sapphics. We will be showing episode 3, I think.
Yeah, 3.
Episode 3, this Friday here on this channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a Pathfinder 2E remastered retelling of the Curse of Strahd campaign. Strahd is a woman. It is extremely gay. There's going to be a lot of horror and scary shit. You can catch up on that on our YouTube as well. And then we will be back here again this next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. So if you have not already done so, please join our Discord. That's where you can find out current streams, upcoming streams, one of which I will be announcing probably soon that I am going to be seeking out. I'm not doing a public casting call, but I am making it known that I am actively looking to cast for something without a formal application process this time around. See how I like doing it that way. I will be reaching out to some folks for the next game I want to run, which will be later this year. Spoiler alert, it's Vampire the Masquerade. So we're going to be doing some VTM on this channel. I've been really into VTM over the last year, so I am super excited to bring that to the channel, and hopefully more things in the future as well that aren't strictly playing TTRPGs. We'll see. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely join the Discord if you want to keep up on all of the things that are happening, and we will see you guys next week and also this Friday. Bye. Bye, everybody.